Hey everybody, welcome to Bestie Book Reviews. I'm here with my bestie Mandy.
And I'm here with my bestie, Jessica.
Yeah, you are. So today's video is our September TBR. And I know I say this all the time, but I can't believe it's friggin' September already. It'll be Christmas
Yeah,
before we know it.
you and me both.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Back to school for Mandy. She's been dreading this all summer long.
Now I'll be counting down to Christmas for winter break.
Yeah, exactly. Before we get started, what do you want to tell the lovely people at home?
Well, thanks for being here. If you haven't subscribed, we would love it if you did. And like and comment. Let us know what is on your September TBR. We know we only pick 15 each. We know that there are a ton of awesome new releases every month. And so we obviously are not going to have them all in here. Throw those in the comments. There might be some we missed or some we just didn't get to include on this, but throw them in the comments if it's something you're looking forward to reading.
Yeah. How did you do with your August TBR?
Well, I felt like I really failed, but then as I looked, I didn't. So I got 11 books read. One was a postponed one, so
Yeah.
it's Play Me by Adriana Locke, and I have the ALC coming for that, and that it just didn't get released yet. So I only missed three, but they were ones I was really wanting to read.
Yeah.
So I feel like that made me feel like a failure. And I also got at least two, if not three, from previous months. So I did way better than I thought I did. But the fact that I didn't get to Grace's book, Ren's book, and there was one other that is going to drive me nuts if I don't look. Hold on. I really wanted to read The Woman by Ren Shear, Dodging Bullets by Grace McGinty, and Grave Matter by Karina Halley, and I didn't get those done, and that just made me feel like a failure.
Sorry, it's okay.
I thought about taking them and putting them back on my September
I do that
TBR.
sometimes too.
And then I thought that was a little much.
Yeah, I guess. So I did 9 off of this month's TBR, and I know I picked up 2 or 3 from previous TBRs. I just didn't go back to see exactly which ones, but I know there were a few in there. And I think that's pretty good for me. Like,
That is
there's a
really
couple.
good for you.
It is. There's a couple that I want to get to. We are filming this a few days before the end of the month. I just don't know if I will. So we'll see. We shall see. So
Sorry, there were times when we first started doing this where I would get like 5 or 6,
yeah.
and you would get like 1 or 2. So we have
No, I
greatly
never had
improved.
1 or 2. It was at least 3. Give me some credit. But I don't like being told what to read, even if it's me telling myself.
I'm saying we've greatly improved. We're doing a lot
We've
better
done
than we did when we
I
first
think,
started doing these.
yeah, and for me, it's having the new audio releases are a big thing because I know I'm going to listen to those for the most part. That's huge, putting those on here. So, you know,
Okay,
trying to set myself up for success.
grab your TBR journals and let's hop to it.
Let's do it to it. Okay. So I don't have a lot of new releases. I'm just going to put that out there.
I do.
And because we are filming this before the end of the month, I do have some that are being released at the end of August, and those are making it on here. So the first book that I have on my September TBR is A Devious Arrangement by Jay Wilder. The book is already out, but the audio releases on the 26th of August. So this is the third book in her Twisted Vows series. It is a secret society, kind of billionaire, obsessive, possessive type series. This one is really interesting though, because are you okay? Good Lord.
It's really uncomfortable.
Okay. So, because our heroine, her father dies, and when he dies, she's kind of left in dire straits. So she has to take on the persona of her brother and go undercover as her brother, or pretend to be her brother, to infiltrate the secret society. Mandy's talking to one of her kids, to infiltrate the secret society so that she can steal something from these guys. And that is where Bash finds her, figures out that she's not her brother, and then I'm assuming he keeps her. That's kind of what happens with these guys. So this one has an interesting premise. Okay, what's the first book on your TBR?
Okay, my first book is one that's hard to say. It's enemies, but it's actually alphemies.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Alphemies, Two Lovers by Jennifer Chipman. I'm
Okay.
never going to be able to say that fast. I'm going to have to really pause and say that.
Think about that every time.
This comes out September 2nd. It looks like just a really cute Christmas story. They work at a Christmas-themed amusement park, which I would love to go to a Christmas-themed amusement park.
That would be fun.
Yeah. And he is apparently going to be taking over the, like, as CEO or something. So he's there for that. And she's the head elf. It just sounds like a cute Christmas story. So let's just start fall off. Well, actually, the end of summer with a good Christmas story, right?
Yeah.
And there will be audio for that. I think the book is actually already out and the audio is coming out September 2nd.
Okay. All right. So the next book that I have is another audio release. It's August 26th as well, just like the last one. And it's By the Letter by Julia Wolf. This is her newest release. I picked this up when we were at BB4E. And so I was excited to see the audio is coming out already. So this is about our heroine who has one night with a masked man situation and then goes to work. Yeah, goes to work and guess who the new employee is? Like the boss, the billionaire boss. But
it's her best friend's dad.
No, he left something behind after their one night stand that will be arriving in 9 months and complicates things. So I'm excited for this one.
That was an odd way to say he knocked her up.
He knocked her up. He left a sperm behind and it found an egg, okay?
Which is actually quite the achievement.
It is. Yay for that sperm. Okay.
Okay, next I'm going to read Hollis by Ashley James, which comes out September 6th. I believe the book and audio both come out on the same day. This is It is best friend's boss who's a firefighter. They end up living by each other. There's an app involved that they're messaging on. He knows who the other guy is, but the guy doesn't know it's him or something like that.
Okay.
Gonna give it a try.
All right. Okay. The next one again is an audio release, and I've already read this book this year, and I loved it, and I'm gonna listen to the audio because it's always great. And that is The Horde King of Shadow by Zoe Draven. We are finally getting audio for this book. This is the spinoff of her Horde Kings of Jakar series, and this one has dragons in it, and it's set like a couple hundred years after the Horde Kings of Dakar end. So this was great when I read it. Now I'm going to listen to it. And the audio comes out on the 29th of August.
What is a Horde King? Is that like from World of Warcraft, like for the Horde?
I wouldn't know. I think of like you didn't watch Game of Thrones, did you?
No.
So this is like Khal Drogo. Yeah, like we ride horses. We're a horde, and I'm the king of the horde, and we're kind of like nomads out on the plains, and
okay,
yeah, that kind of a thing.
Interesting.
It's a stud, okay, a big old stud.
But he's not something weird.
No, he's just a king.
Doesn't have wings or alien features or.
He has a dragon. Oh, he has a tail. Maybe. I can't remember. Does he have a tail? The other guys do. But it doesn't matter. He has a dragon. She's human. He's Dakar. The only difference between these Dakar guys and humans are their eye color and the tail, pretty much. And and there's something instead of the spur like Ruby Dixon's, there's like a bump that like around the clip. Other than that,
there's this little like comic thing where the dog is in the bathroom when the dad is getting out of the shower, and he's thinking to himself, "Dad's tail's on backwards."
I love that. No wonder the dogs look at Jeff funny when he gets out of the shower because they follow him everywhere.
Oh my gosh, Jessica, TMI, TMI.
Okay, next book.
Okay. My next book is Natasha Madison's first book in her new series. The Dream series ended this past summer, and she is not making us wait long for a new series. So it comes out September 12th. It's called Only for Tonight. It is a one-night stand hockey surprise pregnancy.
Okay.
I'm in.
Done.
I used to not like Surprise Baby.
I love
and now I'm finding that I enjoy it.
I like Secret Baby and Surprise Baby. Okay, so the next book I have is a new release on the 4th of September with same day audio, and this is Her Wicked Husband by Nadia Lee. This is the hero of this book has this ex that he hates. He's never gotten over it. He's, very upset with her still. She ruined his life, kind of a situation. But he finds out, well, I mean, so he thinks he's still in love with her, let's be honest. But he finds out she's getting married to somebody else because she has to. It's like an inheritance or money thing for the family. I can't remember what. And he decides that is not going to cut it. She is not marrying anybody else. She is going to marry him, damn it. And I hope he kidnaps her, but this isn't that kind of book, so I'm sure he just talks her into marrying him. But we'll see what happens.
How boring.
How boring. Yeah.
So, I had to interrupt us when we were recording because Mr. Goose was at the window crying, but it's race day, so now everyone is outside getting the race car ready. So now Mr. Goose is in the back area crying.
Because he wants to be with everybody else. Yeah. Mr. Goose is just not happy.
Oh, gosh. Okay. So my next book on my list is by A. James, who is actually Ashley James, but she writes under the 2. So this is Beautiful Desire, which is going to be book number 3 in the Blossom Beach series. It comes out September 15th. I am excited about this, but I have slight reservations. So it is stepbrother and it's reverse age gap. And she is about to lose her bookstore. And I believe her stepbrother's dad, which would be her stepfather, is going to float her some money to help save the bookstore. In turn, she's supposed to get the stepbrother motivated for life, I think. But it turns into a domination type situation. And that's the part that I'm either going to be okay with that or I'm not going to like it. I don't know because I usually like my heroes very alpha. So we shall see how it turns out. I know a lot of people like this, so put it on your list if that's for you. And I will let you know.
Do we know
how it works out?
What's the difference between her A. James and then her Ashley James pen names? Does she write dark stuff under one name and contemporary under the other? Do you know?
Think, and this is based on limited experience, I have not gone and fully researched this. Ashley James, I think, seems to be more of her romances, because Finn, which I also still want to read Finn because he hires his girlfriend or fiance's brother to be the nanny for his daughter, and the two of them end up falling for each other. And that's under Ashley James. Okay. So I think that could be it, but I have not researched it.
Okay. All right. I was just curious. Okay, so the next book I've been waiting months for, and I'm so excited for this one. So this is Soft Tissue Damage by Lilith Vincent. This comes out on September 24th. It is book 2 in her Deadly Heart series. This, the first book in the Deadly Heart series is Fear Me, Love Me. So it is set in that world, and we will see those characters again, but it is a standalone. This is a boyfriend's dad, 22-year age gap with breeding, and it is a dark romance with very dark themes. Nobody contact me on the 24th. Yep, I will be doing nothing but reading this book. Thank you.
Soft Tissue Damage is an interesting name for a book title.
Have you read Fear Me, Love Me yet?
No.
Okay.
If I do,
it fits.
Will it make sense?
Just the stuff that happened. Yeah. I mean, just in general, that world is a little on the darker side.
But it's still a weird name for a book.
Yeah, but not necessarily in dark romance. But yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. I get what you're putting down.
It gives off maybe it's going to be a self-help book or something.
Well, when I was Google, when I went into Amazon to try and figure out exactly what it was, because I knew bits and pieces, but not a lot. It kept wanting to give me ace bandages and braces for soft tissue damage. I had to put in Lilith Vincent. So.
Did you order yourself some ace bandages too?
I don't need any. have some.
All right. So next I have Emperor of Rage by Jagger Cole. This is the audio is coming out September 16th. So I believe it's already been out for a while, the actual book. So this is audio. So September 16th, and that is about Freya. Freya is a hacker, and she's been working for the Bravada.
Brava.
Brava. Say it.
Brava.
Brava.
No. Brought.
Brought.
Ba.
The. Oh,
Bratva.
I would be able to pronounce things better if I spelled them correctly.
Oh, well, that helps too.
Bratva. Okay, duh. Okay, so apparently while she's going in to hack, she sees something that she's not supposed to see, and now somebody is possibly after her.
Okay.
It's mafia.
It's mafia.
You know.
Jagger Cole's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my last new release comes out on September 26th, and this is Beautiful Torment by A. Zavarelli. This is the start of a new series. It is going to be her Empire of Kings series. There is no blurb. I just know because it's on her socials, and I applied for the ARC, and so I hope I get it. But I love A. Zavarelli. So, and this is one that she's writing by herself, not with Natasha Knight. So it is, it's not a part of the IVI world, I don't think. But it doesn't matter. I'm reading it anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Next, I have Who's Your Daddy by Jenny Barra and Brittany Nicole. This is the start of their new series, the Dad's Comms. So we had Mom Comms, now we have Dad Comms. I think it's only going to be 3 books. And if you are kind of like me and you don't like huge gaps in your series, this one is coming out. So this one comes out September 18th, and the next 2 books are coming in October. And I think it's just the 3 of them. So it'll be easy to keep up with who's who in this world. And so we have in this one, I don't know a lot. It just says he enjoys annoying Lola, who he works with. I think he's like the boss and she works there. And then a 6-year-old shows up with like a Who's Your Daddy sign or something. And it is a secret baby situation. And now him and the 6-year-old both tend to like Lola.
Okay. All right.
So I don't know if we're going to end up with Nanny or what's going to happen.
Okay. Okay. So the next book that I picked up, I was like, okay, now I'm done. I'm going to pull from my bookshelves and from my Kindle. And so I have Hollow by Karina Halley. We're getting into, like, it's September now, so start thinking fall and spooky. So this is a Sleepy Hollow retelling, and it sounds like Kat Von Tassel, who is always the heroine in Sleepy Hollow, was supposed to, like, she's been engaged to Brom since she was a little girl. And then when they became teenagers, Brom went missing. He's been missing for 4 years. Katrina decides to go to this college or this school of some kind. And that is where she meets her teacher, Ichabod Crane, where she starts to have feelings for him. And then Brom shows up with no memory after being missing for 4 years. So, and this is a part of a duet.
So is Brom like the headless horseman because he can't remember?
I don't know. Typically in the stories, no, but we'll see what Karina does with this.
Well, somebody's got to be headless for it to be a Sleepy Hollow retelling.
You know that Headless Horseman is kind of his own entity, so I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see. I haven't read it yet. I don't know. I'll let you know when I do. You'll wait? Well, you're going to be waiting a little while here. So, okay.
Okay, my next one is I have been waiting for this. So this book, Once Upon a Christmas Tree, came out last, I think, like October, November, and it was setting up a new series Lulu Moore was writing. And for whatever reason, the first book wasn't coming out until September. So it is finally here. So this comes out September 18th, and it's called The Valentine Nook. So we have Lando, who called off his wedding. I believe that he found out she was cheating or something like that. And so the brothers all kind of rally around him, and he's depressed, and they rally around him and went on that vacation. Well, Lando's mom is like obsessed with him, like just moving on with his life and meeting someone else. So she's constantly trying to set him up, and he wants no part of this. So she crosses the line finally when she rents out his home to this woman named Holiday, who is a Hollywood actress. And so now the two of them are kind of forced together.
Okay.
I'm excited for it. I like Lulu more.
Okay. All right. Well,
You've
the
gone
next
dark, I've gone contemporary. But I'm going to change that
yeah.
up with my next one. I also had Jagger Cole, that's dark.
Yeah. I've read Lulu Moore before. I like just one book, and it was I was kind of bored in it, which is why I haven't jumped into any other Lulu Moore. But it was an older one, so maybe she's better now.
I've only read recent stuff, like as in that she's put out at the end of 24 and 25.
Yeah. The one I read was a little bit older. It was a nanny book, I think. But okay. So the next book I have is Tiny Precious Secrets by Samantha Christie. This is book 4 in her Brothers of Callaway Creek, Montanan Brothers series. This one is small town, single dad, age gap. We've seen this dad or this brother and his story throughout all 3 books. And so it's Asher. I'm excited for his book. So we'll check it out. The audio just came out like this last week. So I'll be reading that.
Okay. Okay, next I have Unrequited by Jane Henry. This comes out September 19th. This is in her, I don't remember which series it's in. Okay, so this is Forbidden Age Gap. For whatever reason, she spends 1 hour a week with this man and then he leaves her again. So 1 hour a week she gets with him. And then she finds out his true identity, which means if she chooses him, she will start a huge mafia war.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's start the war. For love.
For love. Yeah. Okay, so the next book I have is Huckleberry Hill by Emma Slate. This is a part of her Cowboy Biker series. They say it's for fans of Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, which I love that movie.
Never watched it.
Okay.
That should not shock you. I apparently have watched Singles and Home Alone.
It is a classic. Anyhow, what got me
Singles.
I know you love Singles. You rewatching Singles is like me rereading my favorite books. That's all you have to know.
I haven't watched Singles in a really long time.
Well, we watched it a few times our senior year. So anyhow, because I hadn't watched it until then. So what got me with this book is I saw a TikTok, and I'm going to be really pissed off if this gives away a huge spoiler in the book because it's not on the back or it's not in the blurb. But what got me, and I hate them doing TikToks like this because you just give away too much information. Like this is the big spoiler, and then it drives me nuts. But her fiance dumps her because she can't get pregnant. So she goes home, meets the cowboy, and she wasn't the problem because he knocks her up. So I'm really hoping that wasn't a huge spoiler. And I'm going to be really ticked if it was. So
it was. You just shared it with everyone who watches.
Well, the author shared it on the thing, and that would just make me mad. That's where I want to send emails and be like,
author did it, then that should be okay.
But there have been ones where the author puts them out, and it is a huge part of the book towards the end, and it gives away too much. Like, I get that there are things that catch people's attention, but you can't give away the big reveal in the book. It just...
Do you know who gets me a lot with their TikToks?
Who?
And Reels? Carrie Ann Cole. I will be scrolling and I don't pay attention who's posted it. I'm like, oh my God, this book sounds so good. And then I'm like, oh, it's Carrie Ann Cole. I already read it. Happens to me like once a week, I feel like.
That's what happens with BJ's books too, BJ Alpha. Like, oh, this book sounds familiar. Oh, it's because I already read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, next up, I have Undeniably Corrupt by Jay Saman. And that comes out September 22nd. It will have audio and the book as well. So this is the 7th book in the Boston's Irresistible Billionaire series. So her ex leaves her and her daughter penniless, and she's forced to move in with Vander, who is her childhood sweetheart. And as she's living with him, she's describing him as being a walking red flag. I'm going to assume he's a walking red flag in contemporary romance land and not dark romance land. We shall see.
Okay. All right. So I have In Love with the Devil by Sky Blue. I've been wanting to read this for a while, so I put it on my list. This is described as not a dark romance. It is a horror novel romance, which is
What's the
probably like
difference?
the Ellie Sanders books that I've read and said they're like the darkest romances I've ever read, where he will actually hurt her to keep her there, like physically harm her to keep her around. I think it's like that, where
So
will
emotional
maim her
scars are not considered horror. Physical are.
physically, like maim her to keep her, kind of a thing. So we'll see. We shall see. Because Ellie will say that about hers, and I'm like, yeah, but there's still a romance in it, whether the heroine wants it or not. I mean, there's still a romance in there. We'll see. We shall see.
Okay.
Okay.
Next, I have a book that I am so excited about. I was excited about this book like as I was reading the last release. So this is Crazy in Love by Laura Pavlov. It's number 4 in the Rosewood River. This is Bridger's story. So Bridger, they're in the Rosewood River series. There is called the Taylor Tea, and it's the Taylor newspaper, and in the Taylor Tea, somebody happens to know like everyone's secrets and they spill it in the Taylor Tea. So it's like a gossip column for the community. And Bridger is convinced the person is out to ruin his family. And he believes it's Amelia. And like he is openly hostile with her. Like, and he's a little like over the top. Like he cannot let this go. And everyone keeps telling him it's not her, it can't be her, and he's like, but then who? It has to be her. Like he's unhinged about it. This is his book with Amelia.
Okay.
I cannot wait.
Okay. All right.
Did I say it comes out September 30th, which is gonna fuck up my stats for September, but whatever.
That it is.
I will sacrifice.
Yeah, you do that.
Thank
for
you.
a good book.
Oh.
Okay, so the next
So
one I
when our
have.
TBR is really late, it's because I insisted on reading my next 2 books first.
Okay. So the next one I have I grabbed off my shelf. This is one of the Liz Hamilton books that I have not read yet. This is the Discovery Center. This is dystopian. In this world, marriage lasts for 10 years, and then you decide whether or not you want to stay married. And so our heroine has been married to her husband for 10 years, and she goes into this wherever they go to say like they're separated, and then you say whether or not you want to stay married. Well, she does. Her husband doesn't. And so then she's sent
You
back
wouldn't
to
have a conversation about that ahead of time
I don't know.
and like be
I,
like, are we on the same page? Or I
I
guess
don't
maybe
know.
you could, but if he was thinking he didn't want to, he would just wait until then to
Yeah, because
break the
then
news.
because then immediately she goes back to the Discovery Center, basically where they make connections. It sounds like this is all from the back, and for Liz has told us to make connections to get married yet again. And that is where she meets a mysterious stranger named Killian. But it makes you wonder what's happening because Killian is there and he's been plotting and planning to rekindle their love, like a decades old love, but she doesn't remember Killian and there's something nefarious happening. So like, are they wiping their memories? Like what is going on here? So
Interesting.
very much so. Yeah.
Okay. Next, I have another book I'm really looking forward to. And you just zip your lips, woman.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. We'll see how long this lasts when I get to the next part of this book. So this is called The Homemaker by Julie Ann. It is coming out September 30th. It sounds very different from most books that she's written, so I'm very excited about this. This is inspired by the song Fortnight by Taylor Swift.
Give me a damn break.
So Alice is hired to be a homemaker for this affluent couple, and she like reads to him at night and things like that. So this just sounds a little wild to me. Like I'm really quite curious. Very different. Very different from what I've read before, especially from Julianne. And then his daughter, their grown daughter, returns with her fiance, Murphy. And Murphy is someone from Alice's past who like shattered her. So very excited for that one. It will also mess up my stats for September's TBR.
Dang it.
On September 30th. And then I will be forced to choose which one of those am I going to read first.
Man, that's going to be rough.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think I might be leaning towards Laura Pavlov's because I just really want Bridger's story so much. But then there's a small part of me that I hyped it up so much in my mind that I'm not going to enjoy it as much.
That's always a problem.
Okay, what's your next one?
So the next one I have is one we picked up in Seattle last weekend, and that is Reaper by Calla Riley. So this is a writing duo, Calla and Riley. And so this one is an MC romance, and what I was told about this one, which hooked me, is this is about our heroine who is married and her husband abuses her. And he's not scared of anything except for the leader of this MC gang, this motorcycle club, Lotus Motorcycle Club. And she's heard him mention the name Reaper. Like, that is the only thing that he's afraid of. And so one night he beats her bloody, beats her senseless, and she runs to the club to Reaper, and he then vows to protect her from her husband. So yeah.
Okay, next I'm done with my new releases, so I only have 4 other books on my TBR.
Okay.
So next I have Like the Wind by Jay Bingtonson. And this is, I read the Earthquake one, which is actually the second book, and so I'm going to read this one. So this is about Bodhi. Bodhi is spiraling because some stuff has happened in his family, and he realizes a whole bunch of people have lied to him. And so he goes there in a rock band. So like him spiraling is not good. So he goes to like this secluded mansion out in the country somewhere, out in the woods, to just kind of figure things out. And while he's there, there is a wildfire and he is forced to evacuate. And while he's trying to get out of where he's at, where this fire is happening, he runs into Breeze, who he ends up rescuing. And so this is their story.
Okay. Well, I have another book that I picked up in Seattle last weekend as well. So this
Look
is
at
Where
you.
I know. We'll see if I can get to them. Where We Promise by Ashley Muniz. This is a small town MC romance, and our heroine is on the run from something. Like, something happens to her, she needs to be protected, and that is where our hero comes in and offers her a ring to keep her safe. So it is a marriage of convenience in order to keep her safe. They've been friends since they were little kids. And it says that, like, if she'd chosen differently, then they could have been together, kind of. Apparently this is very angsty, and we'll see how it goes. We will see how that one goes. There is a lot of toucher and die feels in that one, though, supposedly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next I have Griffin by S.M. West, and I do believe there is audio for this one as well if people like audio. So we have Cora. Cora sees something she shouldn't see. She's kind of accidentally got herself caught up in something, I believe. And so she ends up having to go on the run because this person is after her for seeing what she saw. And somehow she ends up with Griffin, and Griffin describes himself as a dangerous man, and so they are now on the run together.
Okay.
Hey, look at us both having on the runs.
I know. Not to be mistaken with the runs. We don't have that.
You did have to end the other video to go to the bathroom.
I had to pee. It's not the runs. Okay. The next book that I have is one I've had for almost 2 years on my shelf. And this is Dreadful by Greer Rivers. This is the third book in this, I don't know what the series is called, a Tattered Curtain novel. They can be read as standalones, but these are all retellings, and this is book number 3 in that. This is a Sweeney Todd Medusa retelling, and there is audio for it. I haven't read it yet. It all kind of is like a secret society almost for the other two. I'm assuming it's the same world for this one, but I have to read this one because coming up in the next month or two, she has a new release that is a Swan Lake retelling, and I need to read this one. Even though they're standalones, I still want to read this one before I get to that one. So I need to accomplish that this month.
You're like in your retelling era. You just read some
Apparently
retellings,
so.
now you got it on your TBR.
Yeah.
Okay, next I know this is itching for some reason. I have Cash by Jules Ford, and this is part of the Speed Demons MC. And I found this because it has cheating in it, and I hope I'm not going to be disappointed. So in my other book, I had Cora, and now I have Kara. So that's not confusing for me.
Not at all.
So Kara and Cash apparently knew each other before, and I believe that like we start with the prologue when I was kind of looking at the book, and I think that's when he is going to cheat on her. And then we're going to fast forward several years later, and he still wants her, and she needs protection. She needs the MC's protection for some reason, which forces her back into his world.
Okay.
I hope it's good.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to see what series this is, and I can't tell because apparently I just can't tell. And I forgot to write that down. But my last book is Dark Horse by Maggie Rodden. This is the second book in whatever this dark romance cowboy series is. So I don't know. I didn't write it down, but it is the second book. This is Grant's book. So Grant is our cowboy turned casino owner, mafia runner kind of guy. He's a brother to the hero from our first book. Multi-talented. Mm-hmm. And our heroine, so he was best friends with our heroine's older brother, and the older brother died. And so then he became her guardian. And now they've gotten older, and she runs a bar, and the bar is like floundering, like she's about to lose the bar. And so she doesn't want him to find out, but one day he shows up at her apartment, and he finds something there that he can use as leverage over her. And I'm intrigued. Is he going to find a child? What would he find? I don't know, but we'll find out. So it's supposed to be a dark cowboy.
All I've taken from this is that you are going to be reading older brother's best friend.
Yeah, it's done right, obviously, I'm assuming. I did not go into it knowing that. Otherwise, I probably would have ran. I've read a few of them recently, but they've all been dark. It has to be dark. Otherwise, it makes no freaking sense. Like, that can't be the reason.
My new mission during 1 Minute Book Recs is tying every book that you read somehow into, like, a cutesy contemporary trope.
Well, that's the end of my reading journey, people.
No, it'll be funny. You'll be, like, talking about this.
What?
I know.
Well, because the thing with
talking about this extremely dark book, and I'll be like, so it was older brother's best friend? Yes, but nope. All I heard was older brother's best friend.
Because the thing is that's not what keeps them apart. Like, that makes no sense to me when older brother, like when best friend's brother, older brother's friend, like that. What's the point? If you want to date. That can't be a reason to stay apart. Stupid reason. So, what's your last book?
Well, I'm really wanting a good cheating book. So
I know.
I grabbed Our Little Secret by QB Tyler. I took it with us to BB4E.
Probably.
And got this signed. I feel like I had it on my TBR, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So have I talked about this one?
I don't think so, huh?
Okay, so I really know nothing about it. On the front cover, it says, I wasn't expecting to meet the love of my life after I'd already said I do.
Okay.
So it is cheating, but I think that this is going to be cheating in the other direction.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I do not understand Noelle's obsession lately of being on camera.
I don't either. I don't know. So, all right, guys. Well, there you go. There is our September TBR.
Normally, she doesn't like people to know that she likes me.
You know,
like she'll sit on my lap, and the second she hears noises, she leaves because she doesn't want anybody to know that she was socializing with me.
We have it on camera now, though.
She's very fickle with her love. It's hurtful at times.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, please make sure you check back on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and sometimes Wednesdays for new videos from us.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Noelle.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see you in the next video.